What's your idea of happiness? What's a decision you made for money that you ended up regretting? You win $500 million in the lottery tomorrow. What is something you would still not buy? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Reddit Unravelled video. Today we're in the AskReddit subreddit. Let's see if we can answer some people's questions. What's a decision you made for money that you ended up regretting? I'd say DJing. There's been times where I'll be booked and there'll be a really far distance, and at the time of taking the booking I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take it, whatever, and it might not be paying as much as it should, and I'll take the booking, and then it'll come to that booking date, and then I'll find myself traveling all this way, going to play, and it's not even a crazy club or anything, it's just whatever. And then I'm finished and I find myself even catching a really expensive taxi home or staying the night somewhere. It probably would have been cheaper or better off for me to just stay at home. The amount of profit I made, probably I could have lived without it. It's in the moment I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I've had a few of those decisions, especially during university and such, and taking bookings where I'll be driving literally to the other side of the country and whatnot. Once I went from Manchester to Wales for a little booking. I think I've done that twice actually, but yeah, there's been times. But let's see what other people had to say. Switching from being an individual contributor programmer to a manager. The money is better, but I love programming so much than managing people. I got a master's degree thinking it was an investment in my future. Yeah, university is one of those things, isn't it? I guess people go to uni because they think they're going to earn more off the bat, but then you come out of uni and you realize you're on your own, and then a lot of jobs don't start paying high. There's very few industries that do. So yeah, university is definitely one that's up there for a lot of people, I can imagine. I feel like it's one of those things which I accepted almost before I went to uni. I was like, I know I'm probably not going to come out and be on some stupid wages, unless, like I said, if you're going into law, even that, you come out and you're paying more money because you have to do all sorts of training and such after that to get to, lawyer level, etc. Stayed in a toxic workplace because the paycheck was too good to walk away from. Ended up sacrificing my mental health before finally quitting. I can imagine that's quite common as well. You might be getting paid bank, but if you're not enjoying it and you're bored, or it's getting to you, or it's toxic, like this person saying, it can be so damaging, and you realize it really isn't worth it. Stayed in an abusive and toxic relationship for years because I couldn't afford to leave him. He had control of my assets, only managed to get free because he died. Hit and run. That is wild. Not being able to afford to leave someone is wild. I think that's quite common as well, I guess that's why a lot of people preach about, make sure you have your own money, make sure you earn your money, or make sure you buy your own house, or, your name's on things and such, because that is real. You win $500 million in the lottery tomorrow. What is something you would still not buy even after you get all the money? I would not buy an iPhone. I would not buy an iPhone. I'm a Samsung user. I always have been, always will be. I'm an Androider. Even my laptop, I have a MacBook, but I use it only for DJing and purely for DJing. It's actually I don't think I'd buy an iPhone. Not that I have anything against iPhones, guys. It's not that deep, but there's something in me. Ticket to a submarine trip. Lol. Reddit Premium. I don't even know what that gets you. Fugly designer shoes. I don't care what brand they are. I refuse to wear $3,000 Balenciaga Crocs. I would rock them. Have you seen them? Blue check mark on any website. Sometimes you need it, guy. If you got a business, you're gonna need it. I think eventually I'm gonna be buying one of those. A gold toilet, a super yacht. I'd buy a yacht in an instant. Heroin, but because I've never bought it before. Anything from Temu. A Tesla. I knew someone would say Tesla, I don't know what their hate around Tesla is. I do, but I don't at the same time. What's stopping you from having the life that you want? I don't think anything's stopping me. I'd say time. And what I mean by time is just the law of consistency. How much time it's taken to get to that point. Top answer here is money. I can imagine a lot of people are going to say money is stopping them. Money and depression. Damn. I spent so long just focusing on surviving that I never really figured out what I want. I guess I wanted a nice clean house, a comfortable bed, and regular dental checkups. Well, here we are. My body. Laziness. A nice group of people that want an adventurous life. I hear that, I hear that. Work. COVID effed up my job and it hasn't recovered yet. I make good money, but only because of the insane hours. Myself, mental health, money, fear of failure, feeling like it's too late, and I'm willing to work hard for others but not myself. Binge eating. A lot of these are very mentally focused things which are stopping people from wanting to live the life that they want. I'm I'm an optimist in pretty much everything. So when I read these things, it's upsetting to me in that, like, I'm like, you can do it. I'm like, at the back of my mind, I'm like, you can get past it. But I know it's harder than it looks. Like, I understand they're not going to see it the way I see it. And because of that, these problems are going to remain problems. And I think the world just needs balance. And I guess this is an example of that. Mental health, see, money, look, we're getting all the same answers. Money, always money. Yeah, people, honestly, the obsession with money is fascinating to me. Don't get me wrong, I love money. What I learned, and one thing that I'll always preach, is that money follows. In no matter what circumstance, money will follow. When you realize that money follows, things become a lot easier, because it will catch up to you. You don't catch up to money, because you will never be able to catch up with money. Because tell me, how much money is there in the world, right? If you think you can catch up to that, you're insane. But money does follow, as in you'll attract it in whatever you do, so long as you're consistent enough and make the right moves and are financially intelligent to an extent. Money follows. And to be honest, what gave me that realization was when I was DJing. Like, I used to DJ for free all the time for such a long time, and then when I started getting paid to DJ and actually, getting bookings and whatnot, and I realized how much money I could make off DJing, that's when I was like, oh. And I remember I'm DJing for free all this time, and I'm still happy to, well, I'm not, but my point is, I was happy to DJ for free. But now it's like, when you realize you don't have to, because why? Because the money followed, as in, like, the demand was there. And that's just a skilled example, I guess. You could look at other things. What's an awful trait in a person that you've ignored for a long time? Jealousy. There's one person I realized was jealous of me, and I had no clue until it was pointed out to me. And I wanted to ignore it because I thought that person was like my friend. And then when we stopped talking, and then when I realized how quick that relationship ended, and we were close. I thought we were close. We were going out. It was like mad. We were boys. We were close and whatnot. And then next thing you know, just nothing at all. And then it was pointed out to me. I was like, right, this person was jealous, and he was hating on me. He was hating, and I didn't see the hate. I just like laughed it off. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't understand why some comments were made and whatnot, but I didn't think it was from anywhere. And then, like I said, once it was pointed out, I was like, right, that's a problem. Functioning alcoholism. That's interesting. It's wild how easily it can be brushed off as just liking to drink until the cracks start showing. Got punched in the face for the first time ever last night trying to keep the keys away from one. Absolutely insane that it was widely accepted and promoted the way it is. Bad listeners, the ones who glaze over you when you're talking and just pick up where they left off when you're done. Unable to compromise. Competitiveness. I never really thought of how toxic this mentality is. My crush is terrible at answering the phone and texting back. Finally got him on the phone tonight and said something about it. He said, yeah, I'll get a hold of you on my terms. We're almost 40. I've never had my dry up so fast. Rah. Controlling. Failure to apologize. Yeah, failure to apologize is an issue. Believing themselves as nice people while supporting bad people. Jealousy, there we are. Narcissistic personality disorder. People like to throw around these words, but I hear it. Manipulation, pretentious, stupidity, lack of integrity, two-faced, dishonesty, victim mentality. Yeah, victim mentality is one of those things that it'll take a while for you to realize they got it, but it'll creep up and it'll keep happening and happening until you like spot it and you're like, wait a minute, you're just constantly putting yourself in a hole and then pointing at everyone else. Women off Reddit, what's something a man has done that made you think, wow, he stands out in a really great way? I'll be interested to see this. Reacting calmly to someone else being aggressive. In situations that could have turned into unnecessary confrontation with others, even physical, it's very valuable to trust someone is not going to be easily provoked and will actually help de-escalate the situation. When you try to help someone everyone else is ignoring. My boyfriend was at home when I was at university, probably a 20-minute walk. I called him to say that I'd be late to see him because I forgot my umbrella and it was raining pretty hard, so I was going to wait till it died down a bit. Next thing I know, he shows up, umbrella in hand. I felt like I was in a rom-com. He noticed what I liked as we started hanging out and then kept those things on hand at his house. It's like a magic drink, snack, movie game, portal every time I visit. Being patient and honourable. Take notes, guys. What's the worst response to your girlfriend asking if she looks fat? As always, babes. You don't look fat, you are fat. Not any fatter than you always do. Wow, so you finally noticed. God damn. You've always had the most beautiful chins. You have a great personality. What job requires high tolerance for getting yelled at? Working at Nando's. Any job in customer service. Yeah. To be honest, you develop a superpower when you just nod and smile while your soul slowly exits your body. Call center customer service. The nicer the restaurant, the angrier the chef in my experience. So I say professional cook. Yeah. I've worked in some places where the chefs seem like they're on smoke. There was somewhere in Manchester I used to work, and the chef was just always angry to the point where like you don't even want to look at them. Or like when you get an order wrong, or someone's ordering past kitchen clothes, and like I'd hear things getting thrown, I'd hear shouting. It just sounds scary. Social workers and teachers, by parents or by the children they're helping. Hearing aid fitter, but you do get to yell back. Lol. Holding the flashlight for your dad. What's your idea of happiness? My idea of happiness is, I think it's just pure bliss, in that everything's going well, like everything's on the up. I like green arrows pointing up. I've noticed I like green arrows pointing up. I like organization. I like expectation. I like knowing things are coming. That's happiness to me. Like, you know, like when you know payday's around the corner, or you know something's gonna happen, or you know I like knowing things are well, things are healthy, and things are coming up and whatnot. I like the idea of, or like, yeah. And I also like green arrows pointing upwards very specifically in any situation. If there's a green arrow pointing upwards, that's happy. Healthy mind, healthy body, classic. A fat bank account. I hear that, yeah, that's happiness. Logging off Reddit. No anxiety or stress about the past or future, yeah. Living in the moment, feeling content, really trying to achieve that. A job that pays well, facts. Good company of friends, yes. Being alone and doing something I want, could be eating my favourite meal, reading a book, walking in a new city, just sometimes make me feel alive. Yeah, making these videos makes me happy. To be honest, the editing process is more fun than the filming sometimes. What was a game changer? Realising that 90% of adulthood is just acting confident while Googling things on the side, to be honest. Yeah, the older I get, I'm like, no one has any clue about what they're doing. And I just pretend I do. But like I said, if you can talk with a certain tone and a certain amount of confidence, people will listen. Streaming, yes. Now 99.9% of movies, music and TV is at our fingertips. Before streaming, Pandora, Spotify, Netflix, Prime, whatever else, you had to listen to the radio, watch TV, or go to the movies. Now everything is at your home in a matter of settings. Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely a game changer. Doing a quick wake up shower in the morning. I do a full shower at night, like shampoo and body. In the morning after breakfast, I jump in quickly, brush my teeth, and let the water hit me. Wakes me up better than coffee does. Wow, on that note, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And also check out the playlist. I have about 3 other videos that you can check out. So yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.